Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Hector. This is once again Tom. In terms of different exercises that we've been going through with our fitness plan, we wanted to highlight a couple things that we've been working on. A couple compensations that Tom was doing in earlier exercises and ways that we've been able to correct it. In this video, we want to highlight the squat, things that we were doing before, and things that we've been able to work on to improve both form and function to make sure that we're getting the most out of these exercises. First thing we're going to do is highlight the way that Tom was doing squats originally, and we're going to show you guys what was going on once we added more resistance and the corrections that we made sure to include into his workouts. So I have Tom here. Tom's going to go through a couple of squats in 2 views just to show off what we were doing originally. Then go ahead and face me here. Maybe relax one time. So I'm going to highlight what we're doing. We're going to do about 5 squats here in that same form, that same position. So as you guys can see here, is a lot of what was going on with Tom's form is that he wasn't starting like this exercise as a hip extensor. Instead, what we were doing was focusing going more of a vertical base. We weren't adjusting our core at all, and we weren't really getting the external rotation in our hips in order to really drive out of the squat. So by going vertical the way that Tom was doing, our knees are going way past our toes, and we're not able to keep ourselves stable. So we're putting way too much force on our knees and not getting enough through our glutes and through our hip extensors that are really going to make sure that we're doing the exercise correctly and working out the right areas. In order to correct this, we did a couple tweaks. So Tom, what I want you to do now is we're going to do this exact same position, the same setup that we've been doing in our exercise. So to start off, we're nice and tall. We now see that we didn't have stability in our abdomen, in our core area to keep our spine sitting. So the first thing we do is we start off nice and tall, engaging that core. Now we did this so that Tom could feel comfortable as to where we're going to be ending up on the squat, is we started doing this exercise in front of a bench. That way he felt a little more comfortable about how deep he needed to go into the squat without having to guess his position in terms of his proprioception. From here, we made sure that we're getting ourselves, screwing our feet into the ground, getting ourselves ready to go, and then starting with our hips going back. So Tom, if you want to go ahead and do 5 squats in the better form. Perfect. Maybe 4 more just like that. I'm going to let you explain what's going on. So by being able to instruct Tom as to where we needed to go, having the bench in place, now we're not going too far past our toes. We're able to really drive out of the squat by squeezing all the way up, keeping our core engaged, and his position of his eyes is going to be in front of him, so he's not looking down or up, and he's keeping his neck in a safe position. With this, we're also able to add more resistance, so like when he's driving out, he's really working those glutes up on the way up. So we're going to do 2 in this position, and then we'll turn it into 2 more. All right? I'll let you know. Nice and tall. Engage that core. Get your knees in place. Awesome. All right? Now we're going to start with hips coming back so that we can touch that bench. Nice and tall. There you go. And let's put the weights up. Alright, how's that feeling? Good. A little bit more stable when we're coming up though, right? So we're protecting our spine, we're really able to make sure that we're getting as much pressure as we can in our abdomen to keep ourselves solid, and we're working on those glutes to come back. So since we're starting with the glutes coming back, now we're loading those muscles and loading the bigger muscles as opposed to putting too much force right through our knees and not letting ourselves get through the exercise safely. We're going to do 3 more repetitions with the frontal view so we can really see that everything is in line, and we're really focused on the end result, making sure that these squats are done safely, but with enough resistance that we're challenging ourselves and maintaining that good form. All right, and yourself, nice and tall before we lift. Awesome. Pick it up. We'll do 3 here. Take half a step back just so we can make sure we're ending on the bench. Awesome. All right, the bench is behind you, nice and tall. There you go. Right back up. Keep your knees engaged. Move towards your second toe. We're coming in a little bit, so think about knees apart a little bit more on the way back up. Perfect. And then weight on your second toes. Perfect. Now let's put the weights down. Alright, and that's going to be a couple of adjustments and a couple of keys of where you're going to do. We're really thinking about screwing our feet in place to get that external rotation so that we can drive through the exercise. On top of that, we're putting weight in our second toe so we can focus on our end position, making sure that our knees are going past that point to make sure that the proper muscles are being loaded up. And we have the bench in place so that we understand that we're going backwards as opposed to vertically with this exercise. Again, the end goal that we're looking for is to get Tom into better basketball playing shape, and using these muscles here are really going to get this drive going in the gym and on the court.